Hey everyone, we wanted you to get to know a little bit about us. We're glad you're here. So Kit, tell us a little bit about Boston Speaks and how did you start this business?
Yeah, so Boston Speaks was started back in 2016. And I'm just going to be real, right? The reason why I got into public speaking coaching, it was because at that time I was a hip hop street performer. I was a dancer and I got bored of dancing. And I saw speakers kind of like speak on stage and on panels. And I was like, how the heck are they speaking on stages and that stuff? So I wanted to do something that they wanted to do. And so when I was transitioning in, I started teaching more workshops. And along the way, I started noticing that so many people had speaker anxiety. So many people didn't know how to even though they knew what they had in their head, it was hard for them to say it in a clear, coherent way. And so all these problems and challenges that people had as speakers, I got very interested in wanting to help people with that. But that's how Boston Speaks got started. But what about you, Gina? How did you get into the public speaking coaching side of things?
Well, I have to first say I had no idea you were a hip hop dancer and I'm learning so much about you. That is so crazy and amazing. You're gonna have to show me over Zoom because Kit and I haven't even met. How crazy is that? To answer your question, I got into this because I, like many of our, clients and future clients, had a really intense, almost debilitating fear of public speaking. I would try to get out of it. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. I would dodge it left and right. I would avoid it whenever I could because it was really overwhelming for me and I did not like it at all. So I was in a point in my career where I was asked to speak every week for a year in a leadership program. And I knew I had to do it. It was in this moment of knowing like, this is the best thing for the company. This is the best thing for myself. This is the best thing for my mission as a wellness program manager. That's what I did at the time. So I did it. And at first it was really rough and challenging. And I watched YouTube videos, but what I really realized was it was more than just the mechanics I had learned, it was the mindset. And I was actually already a certified coach at the time, so I wasn't new to mindset. And so I sort of coached myself a little bit, as well as got some support from some other coaches on really how can I not see anxiety as such a threat. So I'm really glad that I did that because that I was so passionate about it after seeing my own progress and realizing like, wow, this is not something you're born with. It's not a talent, it's a skill. And it's something that you can work on. So after seeing that shift in myself, I pivoted my career and I started teaching public speaking and I got another coaching certification and I just started teaching it and working with folks on it. So it's been really fulfilling.
Yeah, and that's great. And to let you all know, when I first learned or found out about Gina, I was looking at her TikTok profile. And one thing I really liked about her videos there, from the audience side, it seems really human and authentic. I'm not sure how many times you practiced it or things like that, but it just seems like, man, Gina is just showing up as herself. And that's one of the things that was really great, seeing that you have, Gina. And I think if you're watching this, it's how can we have more of that human side when it comes to the speaking side of things. Yeah, yeah. But
Absolutely. Yeah, I was going to say, couldn't agree more. And I think that's one of the biggest unlearnings we can do as speakers is that it's not that you have to learn a million skills. You sort of just have to let go and remove the mask. Because think about this, when have you seen a speaker, whether it was a celebrity or your boss or a colleague, and you connected with them, right? And you've been inspired by them. I can basically guarantee you that it was because you saw them as human and you connected with them. And it's not that they were perfect because nobody wants perfection, right? We just want authenticity.
yeah, I got maybe one or two more questions for you, Gina. Since we're talking about kind of like a meet us video here, tell us something maybe more personal about yourself.
More personal. Okay. I am a mom. I have two little girls, Sasha and London. I have a 5-month-old and a 3-year-old. So my house is pretty chaotic most of the times. I told Kit, you can text me between the hours of 5 and 8, but I will not respond. So that's one thing about me. And I am Berkeley, California native, currently in Chicago, but by the time someone's seeing this video, I'll be back in California.
Yeah.
What about you, Kit? Tell us something besides the fact that you're a hip hop dancer.
I never told you about that. I thought I did.
Oh, you never told me about
Guess
that.
not. I guess not. I'll tell you more later. I am a cat dad of three lovely cats. My wife doesn't want kids, so I gotta have the cats. I'm married. I am I guess a fitness sport enthusiast. I do the Spartan races. I started doing like ultra marathons, trying to get more into those. Other than that, other than doing that, I'm just favorite Netflix show right now that I'm watching is The Suits. I just started watching that today. Other than that, my favorite Netflix show has been Money Heist. Money Heist is pretty good. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit personal about this side. But one last question. So Gina, a lot of people, they book calls with us, right? What are the things that most people kind of like ask on those calls? Maybe we can bring up the most commonly things that are asked, and what would we usually say?
Good question. I guess one thing that people ask us is, how is this program different from other programs out there? Do you want to answer, or do you want me to answer?
We can both answer it. You go
Yeah,
first.
what do you, okay, I'll go first. I would say this program really focuses on sustainable results. So how do we do that? By looking inward and by focusing on your mindset. What I've seen in other programs is they teach you to sort of fake it till you make it. They teach you the delivery skills. They teach you how to structure your presentation. And those are great. And there's nothing wrong with learning those skills. However, if you don't have the foundation of the mindset piece and the awareness of, well, what are your thoughts about public speaking? What are your thoughts about yourself? What are your limiting beliefs? If you don't address those, that other stuff's not going to stick. So I think we do a great job of addressing that. And then we have other programs layered on top of that if you want to learn more of the mechanics side.
Yeah, as you all are hearing about Gina talk, we focus a lot on the mindset piece when it comes to public speaking and getting over public speaking anxiety, right? Yes, practicing and learning more skills is very important. But when it comes to speaker anxiety, one of the things that we focus a lot on is the mindset side. And right now, if you're someone hearing us say mindset, and you don't really have a clue about what that is, I'm going to say take a poke around the website. And if all you're thinking is that you need to practice and learn more skills in order to be more confident, well, I'm going to say, kind of like back then, back in like the 1600s, if you ask people, hey, what's the best way to travel? People will say, oh, I just need a faster horse. They have no concept of a car or a vehicle yet, right? Nowadays, practicing or learning more skills is not the only way to overcome public speaking anxiety. And so even though we gave like a little gist of the mindset piece today, I hope that you are more interested and, you can schedule a call with us or email us and ask us any more questions. Other than that, Gina, anything else you want to?
What's a question that you hear our potential clients say on the phone? Let me ask that again. What's another question that you, how do I ask that question?
Yeah, I would say, what's
Let me ask question.
I'm going to say maybe it's not more of a question, but it's a question that I think you should ask. A question that clients should ask, but they don't know how to ask or what to ask. So right now, if you are looking for a coach or a program to help you with your speaking, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's 1,000 million other public speaking coaches out there. Like right now, this like an Apple versus a Microsoft, there's a lot of computers out there. What you really have to ask is this program, is this coach a good vibe for me? Is it a good fit for me personally? The reason being, when you work with the coach or you go into a program, kind of like if you're working in an organization, it's the culture of the place. That's very, very important. And so one of the reasons we're making this video is for you to see the vibe that we have. And so right now, if you're still watching this, hopefully you're enjoying us. But right now, if you're listening to us talk and you don't like our vibe, take that as a sign that we're not the best fit to work together, right? So a question you should ask yourself internally is this a good fit? Is this a good vibe for you? Yeah. Any last words, Gina?
We have good vibes, guys, and if you can't pick that up, then no, I'm just kidding. We hope to work with you, and we wish you all the best in your public speaking journey, whether that's with us or with someone else. But we do encourage you to work on it, because when you can be free of speaking anxiety, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoyed this little interview video that we had. I know I had fun this chatting with Gina and talking to you all about this, but reach out to us at any time, schedule a call if you're serious about working on your public speaking. Go poke around the website, but we hope to chat with you pretty soon.